of your mat or the space you're in, whether you're using a towel or just a nice covered surface, come to the top of that so you've got plenty of room to stretch out, okay? And we're going to start with our hands in what we call the sun salutation seal, prayer position, in front of the chest. And I just want you to take a moment here. Just take a moment to either close the eyes or softly gaze ahead. And just, if you're in the sun, that's great. If not, just take a moment to take 3 deep breaths here, breathing in. And as you breathe out, just send that energy downwards, as if you're breathing out, down into the legs and out through the soles of your feet. 3 breaths, okay? So breathing in. And we send the energy downwards as we exhale. And just take your time, another deep breath in and deep breath out. Now we're going to release the hands. We're going to bend the knees and inhale and come up and gently back, as if we are saluting the sun. We're going to exhale, fold forward, bend the knees if you need to, and just rest your hands on your shins. Can you see me? Okay. And it's absolutely fine to have your knees bent, but just placing them on top of the shins. Legs can be bent or straight. And then see if you can fold down. Keep the knees bent if you need to. Fold down and bring the fingertips to the floor if you can. We're going to take our right leg back and bring our right knee down. So pad up underneath the right knee if you need to. And we're going to rest our hands on our left thigh. Can you see I've tucked the toes under my right foot as well? That's just a little bit of sort of stability there. So we're resting the hands here. We're opening up these quadricep muscles, which might be quite tight. What happens is our thighs get tight when we sit a lot, if we're working, studying. But also there's stretches here into your groin area, and actually a little bit of your abdominal gets a stretch. And we'll just rest our hands, roll the shoulders back, look forwards, and just take a nice deep breath in. And a deep breath out here if you can. And then we come onto all fours. And we're going to warm our spines up, okay? So our arms are straight, our wrists underneath our shoulders, knees and feet hip width apart. This is called the tabletop. We resemble a tabletop. And we're going to exhale, arch the spine, tuck the chin in. But then as I inhale, my arms remain straight. And all I'm going to do is lift my chest, my face, my chin, and dip my spine a little bit. So I'm stretching the front of my chest and throat. And then again, I can exhale, round the spine, bring the chin to the chest. Inhale, dipping the spine, and just gently looking forwards. Now that's 2. We're going to do 5 more, okay? Because it's a great way to just build circulation and strengthen the spine. It's said to give us energy as well. So exhale like a cat, making that C shape with your spine. Inhale, just gently looking forwards, raising the sternum and chest. Let's do 4 more if you can, nice and slowly. There's no rush. Exhale. Inhale, dipping the spine. This is the cow pose. And this one is called the cat pose. I'm going to do 2 more yogis. See if you can do these 2 with me, if that's comfortable. Breathing in, breathing out. Go as slow as you need to. It's just a moment to stretch and be in your spine. Last one. Breathing in, I look forwards. Breathing out, arching the spine. Now I'm going to tuck the toes under and push my bottom back towards my heels. And if you can't bring your forehead to the floor, don't worry, because you can grab a cushion or a book. And I want you to bring your forehead rested on something, like a book, and just stretch the arms out whilst you push your bottom back towards your heels. And just enjoy that. Hold that for 3 breaths, yogis. It's called a half downward dog, and it gives your arms, spine, and obviously tucking the toes under gives them a delicious stretch as well. Breathing in, breathing out. That's it. Just enjoy the stretch. Keep your elbows soft if you want to. 1 more deep breath in and out here, just to stretch into the spine. And then we come up. If you've used a cushion or block, pop that to one side. And we're now going to practice downward dog. Have a little go if you can. If it's too strong, just come down. So I'm going to tuck the toes under, raise my hips, my feet and my knees hip width apart, arms are strong, elbows nice and straight, but your knees can be bent, that's absolutely fine. And we're going to gaze towards our thighs, keep the arms strong if you can, and we're going to walk the dog. So let's pad one heel back towards the floor as we breathe in, pad the other back as we breathe out. And we just continue to do this. Inhale and exhale. Doesn't matter if the heels don't touch the floor. Aim to relax your head and neck as much as you can. Inhale, that's it. Exhale, breathing in, breathing out. That's it. Arms are nice and strong, breath is deep. That may be enough for now. Gently come back down onto all fours and lift your left leg forwards now, tucking the toes under the right foot so it's the left leg that's forwards. Try to keep this knee in alignment with the ankle. And now we're stretching again on that right side. Okay, so we look forwards, take a nice deep breath here. Again, breathe into that front thigh. And then our fingers come towards the floor. And if you can raise that right leg and push it back. That really stretches. It's like a low lunge position. If that's too strong, by all means, leave the knee on the floor. Otherwise, extending the leg back, dropping the head, and just get a long reach there. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. And then very gently, we're going to come forwards. However you do this, just gently bring the foot forwards, both feet together, and then fold down. Keep the knees bent if you need to. I want you to inhale with me, start to just rise up slowly, palms together, all facing. And as you exhale, bring the hands back into the prayer position where we started. Well done. And that's half a sun salute. We're going to do the left side now to complete one whole round. Remember, when you're doing this, you're doing 12 moves. So in total, that's 24. And the aim is to do them slowly so that you can feel the effects, stretch, and just step into the poses slowly. And again, if anything feels too strong, you can always skip a move. Should we try the other side? I'm going to go now to the opposite side so that you can see the moves from the top of the other side, okay? So come to the front of your mat, hands again in the prayer position. Let's take those 3 breaths. And when you exhale, just imagine or visualize sending the energy downwards into your feet as best you can, because that's grounding and very centering. And it means we're just taking a moment to focus on our breathing, okay? Here we go, yogis. So you can close the eyes or just softly look forwards. Simply stand and breathe if you can. Breathing in, breathing out. Softly gazing ahead. Send each breath downwards into the legs and feet, yogis, as best you can. One more deep breath in. Deep breath out. Now we're going to bend the knees. We're going to inhale and come up and gently back, as if again we're saluting to the sun. We're going to exhale with bent knees and fold all the way down, holding onto the front of the legs if we can. Keep the knees bent if you need to. Slide them down and carefully take that left leg back now and the left knee to the floor. Tuck the toes under of the left foot if you can. Come up and rest your hands on your right thigh. So now we're stretching into that left thigh, left hip, and a little bit into our left abdomen. It's quite a strong stretch. And you may find one side feels tighter than the other, and that, yogis, is again very normal, so don't worry. We're going to hang out here as we gaze ahead and just take a deep breath in, deep breath out, and then come back onto all fours. Now, instead of doing our cat-cows, we're going to have a go at a balance now. We come back onto all fours, keeping our arms nice and straight, and just spread the weight across the fingers, tucking the toes under, and just have a go at this little balance for me. This is great to stretch diagonally across the body, working the left and the right hemispheres of our brain, as well as our body. So I'm going to stretch my left arm forwards, looking down, keep it in line with my ear, and then just going to rest that top foot, the left foot on the floor as I straighten that right leg. So I've loaded all the weight into the right palm. We can pull the tummy muscles in a little bit to engage them. That strengthens that core muscular region in the abdomen. Looking down and just holding for 1 or 2 breaths if you can. That's it. Diagonally stretching across your body. And then we release. Should we try the other side? So now the right arm and the left leg, alternate arm and leg I'm stretching. Looking down and breathing deeply. Notice if one side feels a little bit easier. Don't overstay your welcome. If you wobble, that's fine. Just come down and then tuck the toes under. We're going to go back into downward dog. Here we go. So raise your hips. Straighten the legs if you can, but keep them bent if you need to. Arms are strong, remember. And we're going to walk the dog together. Gaze towards your thighs, breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, that's it. Exhale, good. Let's hold that for 3 more breaths. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale, 1 more. Inhale, exhale. Lovely, well done. Come back down carefully onto all fours. Again, carefully pick up your right foot. Tuck the toe under if it helps with the left foot. Keep the knee in alignment with the ankle. Hands resting. Roll the shoulders back. Go for that stretch again. 2 deep breaths. It really helps if you're tight here. Hold if you can. Look forwards. Keep the chest and collarbone relaxed. Shoulders away from the ears. And just softly gaze ahead. Breathing in. Breathing out. And then the hands go either side of the foot. Have a go if you wish to. Pick up the left leg and reach it back as if you're pushing that left heel against an imaginary door. Relax the head. Feel the stretch in that left thigh. Nice deep breath in. Nice deep breath out. And then come forward slowly, yogis. Bring both feet together. Do bend those knees if you need to. And fold down. Soft knees, bend the knees. We're going to inhale, raise the arms, come up nice and slowly with care. And use the exhale to come back into prayer position. Well done. Nicely done. And that takes us to 5 o'clock. So 24 poses. Shake it out. Do grab some water because it is warm. Stay hydrated. That's so important, isn't it? And we're going to move into the next phase, okay? So this is called a stretching arm sequence, stretching arms. It's really good if you've done a lot of sitting, if you've had exams this week, bless you. I know how that feels, sitting for long periods of time, hunched forwards. Naturally, this area gets very tight and stuck. So these arm stretches are great to loosen this area. So bring your feet together or slightly apart, toes and ankles facing forwards, yogis, and just interlace the fingers and rest them on your upper chest like me. We're going to inhale and turn the palms away, aiming to stretch the arms at shoulder height and drop your neck, or drop your chin, should I say. Just dropping the chin so that the back of the neck and the shoulder region gets a little stretch. Breathing in. Look down towards your feet if you can, breathing out, and then bring the hands back and gaze ahead. Then we're going to inhale and bring the arms to shoulder height this time and look forwards, breathing in, breathing out, bring them back, resting on the chest. And then inhale, take them just further up, above your head if you can, gazing ahead, breathing in and breathing out as you return them to the chest. And finally, inhale, take them all the way up, palms facing the ceiling. That's it. Stretch and exhale, release. Back to the chest and then release the fingers, shake it out, roll the shoulders back, loosen them and forwards gently. And we're going to do that once more. So interlace the fingers, rest them on the upper chest. And as you take them away from you at shoulder height, just see if you can drop the chin, relax the shoulders and give the neck a rest. Breathing in, we look downwards. Breathing out, we come back, looking forwards. Inhale again, this time take them a little higher, sort of a little bit higher than the forehead, gazing ahead, breathing in with me, breathing out. And finally, inhale all the way up as you lengthen and look forwards. Lovely deep stretch. Exhale, bring them back and release. And shake it out, roll the shoulders back, just shake it out to relax that area you've worked and forwards. And that's a great way to stretch the neck and the arms and shoulders. Okay, let's go into triangle now, yogis. We'll take the feet as wide apart as you can. Just make sure your toes and ankles are both facing forwards. And turn your right foot out 90 degrees whilst your left foot's facing forwards. Then we're going to add the arms. Check that they're both at shoulder height to begin with. And take a lovely deep breath in. Tip to your right. And as you exhale, take the hand just below that right knee. Or above it if it's easier. But rest it not on the knee, above or below. Make sure the left arm is in line with the shoulder. And keep the front of your body as open as you comfortably can. We're going to hang out here for 5. That's it, 5 breaths. Your front knee can be bent, that's fine. But keep the back leg as straight as you can. And hold for 3 more deep breaths if you can. Breathing in. Looking forwards will help to keep the neck relaxed. That's it. Breathing out. Lovely pose. Really, really nice pose. A great way to energize the body and the spirit. So it can help us feel really good. This pose is said to pick up our energy, pick up our spirits, and overall make us feel really happy and good. And if you're tired, it's said to give us energy. So maybe one to try in the mornings if you're feeling a bit groggy. Okay, I'm going to bend this front knee and come up. And I'm going to exhale and release. And of course, we need to do the other side. So let's just pick the feet up, swivel them round to the other side. So now my left foot's facing 90 degrees out and my right foot's facing forwards. Again, take a moment to check. Arms are at shoulder height. Take a breath in with me, breathing in. Let's tip to the left a little bit. Bend the front knee if you need to. Rest the hand above or below, not directly onto the knee joint. And remember, don't throw that top arm, don't throw it behind. Keep it in a lovely long line with your shoulder joint. That's it. You can look up, of course, or perhaps forwards, whichever feels better for your neck. 4 more slow breaths. Keep the front knee slightly bent. If you need to, just check in with your spine. Make sure that you're comfortable with both legs straight, because if you're not, I'd recommend a micro bend in the front knee, but back leg is always straight. And again, the same applies. Just taking some even deep breaths here and holding for 2 more deep breaths if you can. This pose is bursting with energy. It's quite joyful and it's said to give us energy. So let's breathe in and breathe out together. Now let's bend that front knee a little. Inhale to raise the arms up and exhale to release them. Walk the feet in or zigzag them in and shake it out, yogis. That's such a nice pose, isn't it? It can make the front of the body just feel really open and it's said to give us energy. Okay, we've done a little downward dog, but let's go back into it. We're going to work till about 1:15, then we'll stop and have our relaxation. So come down again, yogis, when you're ready. And let's just practice this inversion again. This sequence is only 30 minutes, but we're doing about 25. And again, if you're tired, by all means, skip this pose. But this stretches all the limbs in the body, i.e. the major limbs. So your arms, your legs and your spine equally get really stretched. It's also one I wanted to pop in because it said that it can help a busy mind. So if your mind's busy, if you had a lot on this week, it's said to quieten the mind down and just loosen any thoughts that can kind of clear the head. Have a go. So here I am. I've come onto all fours again. My wrists underneath my shoulders, knees and feet hip width apart. And I look like that tabletop again, don't I? We're coming to the tabletop. I've tucked the toes under. I'm going to take a breath in and raise my hips towards the ceiling, keeping my feet and my knees hip width apart. Arms are strong, and again gazing towards my upper thighs or knees if easier. Keeping my ears pretty much in the same line as my inner elbows if I can, and pad down if you can. Absolutely fine to keep those knees bent. Walking the dog, that's it. Or keeping the legs straight if you can. Fine to have them bent, remember. 3 slow breaths here, yogis, if you can. Breathing in, breathing out. Keep those arms strong and keep spreading the weight evenly across the fingers as best you can. Nice deep breath. One more full breath in. Come down as you exhale and relax. Perhaps you want to sit back for a moment and shake out, or make little rotations with the wrists if they're feeling a bit heavy. Just release and relax those wrist joints. Well done. Grab some water if you need to. And then we're going to do a diagonal stretch again. So I'm going to invite you to come a little closer because I'm aware that the sun is suddenly on this stretch of my mat. I've been trying to get away from it, but I shouldn't really, but so that you can see. Now what we're going to do is come down. This is excellent for our spines. We're going to lie on our mat, on the front, with our arms stretched forwards. Can you see that? Hopefully you can. I've got my feet slightly apart. And I'm going to very gently look down to keep the back of the neck long, raise my right arm and my left leg. So like we did our balance, raising my right arm, my right leg, and then release. And then raising my left arm and my right leg, making sure I'm breathing deeply, breathe in, breathe out, and release. Let's try that again. This time, look forwards. Raise your right arm and your left leg, looking forwards, diagonally stretching, strengthening the spine, and down. Carefully raise your left arm and your right leg, another diagonal stretch to strengthen the spine, and down. And then finally, we're going to inhale, raise both arms, both legs. We can look down or look forwards and hold for 3 breaths. Strengthen that spine. Breathing in. That's it. Breathe out. You don't need to come up high. All the work being done on the abdomen and strengthening the back. One more deep breath in. Exhale. Well done. Now you might want to rest after that. So let's come up. Grab your block or cushion again. We'll come into posed child, our knees slightly apart. We're going to rest our head or forehead on a cushion or block if you've got one. And just bring your arms so that they drop away. Rest them. Relax the shoulders, palms facing up, arms by your body. And just enjoy 5 deep breaths here. Let your body have a moment to rest, yogis, and just be quiet and still. And then slowly, slowly come up, yogis. And we're just going to come onto our spines now and do a few leg raises. So this is good again to energize the legs. Can you see me? I'm going to go this way. I think the sun is less on me. There we go. So just come onto your spines, yogis. Arms by your sides, legs together. I'm just going to inhale, raise the right leg. Exhale and lower. Inhale, raise the left leg. Exhale and lower. We're going to do 10 on each side. So 1, and then the left side 2, and 3. Arms by your sides. Just use your breath. Inhale as you raise. Exhale as you lower. That's 4, 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Good. 9, and 10. Now we're going to do 10 more if you can. 1, and 2. Chin tucked in. This works the spine for 3, and the abdomen. 4. Stop if you need to. 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. 2 more, last 2. 9, and 10. Well done, lovely. And then finally, we're going to bend the knees. So our last pose, yogis. Bring the heels as close to the buttocks as you can, knees together. Take your arms out to the sides, shoulder height, so the arms on the floor in line with the shoulders. And then just exhale and lower the knees down to one side. And relax there. Breathe in, bring the knees back to the center. And as you exhale, just gently lower them down to the other side. And we just keep going. Breathing in, we bring the knees up. Breathing out and lower. Inhale, bring them back up slowly to the center. And exhale to the other side. Let's do that once more. Breathing in, bring the knees up. Breathing out to lower. Inhale, bring them back up slowly if you can. And exhale gently to the other side. And then slowly bring the knees back up. Hug them in and just rock gently. That's it. We've finished our practice of yoga. We're now going to have a few minutes, 5 minutes in relaxation. But just rock and take a nice resting breath here. Perhaps you want to stretch the arms up, make 2 loose fists and just untie the knots in your wrist and ankles. Just make some little playful circles with wrist and ankles in both directions. And then just shake it out. That's it. Have a little shake out there. And then hug the knees in. And I want you to lie down, yogis.